Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Tannehill now running the option to the right side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Tannehill hands the break, and he gets it down to the 32. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Darnold. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Detroit!
Second down and 10, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now here come the Dolphins. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Deep.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Deep.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On 1st down, Drake. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll roll him out right. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Dolphin 1st down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Darren Lee there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Drake. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Let's go. Here you go, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Ready, hunt.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The kick by Sanders is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
So out now come the Jets. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Leopard! Leopard! Lucky 56! Detroit! Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No. Check, Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Gone.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
No. Check, Patriot! Gone!
On second and 10, Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a first down. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit!
Darnold from the gun. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Tiger. Where you at? Hey, 20.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Play. Go.
Tannehill being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Watch it now, Barney.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
On second down, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might go 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Going deep here for Parker. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, 20.
On second down, here's Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a third down.
Deuce. Right there. 54, right there. Hey, 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Got a man. It's Amendola. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, 20.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
They get it to him running left. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
20.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Okay, Brandon, work with me here. Let's analyze this situation. A touchdown here, that could be the knockout blow in the second quarter. But if they go for it and don't get it, that could bring life to the other sideline.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And now out come the Jets. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. William Hayes, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. It's complete to Drake. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. Center's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Hey, we got 4 now. Gun. Crunch. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Right there, 54.
Here's Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Hey, 20! Tiger.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A little dump off for Crowell. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Faking the give, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Wake in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's got Peak. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Leopard! No, check, Patriot!
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 54. You ain't going nowhere. Kill.
Here's Crowell. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. His defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Tannehill now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Drake. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, 4 down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Amendola catching it left side. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, and then taken down right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
4 down.
Now a handoff for Gore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Tannehill into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the interception, here's Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Darnold from the gun. Incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw, Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Throwing again is Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Get set. Tiger.
Tannehill going to throw it. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Dolphins. 45 yards.
Play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Here you go.
And they take a knee. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Dolphins, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.